Hello everyone and welcome to Tailored Acres. This week's video is going to be about cutting and arranging a special bouquet for a friend's mother's birthday. So we are at the end of June here, and there is a weird gap in flowers usually around this time, mostly for focal flowers. So I'll show you how I'm going to creatively overcome that. I'm going to start with cutting some of my green filler here. So this is actually soapwart, which I am having a heck of a time getting rid of, and I decided to try it as cut flowers this year, and it performs fantastically in the vase. So now all of a sudden I'm in love with it again. So I trialed both big stems, little stems, and even the flowers actually performed really well. I was cutting them when they were a little bit more immature. I don't know what that was. Maybe like this one where there's only a couple open, and they just perform super well. So I'm going to get quite a few of these cut and into my bucket. So next I'm going to harvest just a couple of yarrow, and if you notice, oops, I've got a little buddy that I'm going to have to knock off on this one, a crab spider. So what I'm looking for with the yarrow, and yarrow can be kind of a crapshoot if it stays good for you in the vase or not. And knock that spider off there. Go away. Oh my gosh. I hate those ones. So we're just gonna, there we go, he bailed. So we're looking for ones that are like fully open. That has been my best bet, but even so, if there's one on here that's partially open, I usually just take it off. And sometimes these still flop. And this is feverfew. This is a perennial, or it will survive winter anyway here. So this is actually just in my landscaping. And I do wait for these to be just about fully open before I harvest them, and I cut them pretty low. And they do usually send up a second flush as well. But these are just my absolute favorite filler flowers. They're so cute. And this is bronze fennel, and it's actually a perennial here, which I didn't realize that. When I went to clear the garden this spring, it was still here. So I'm just going to cut a couple stems of those. So this adds like the air element to the bouquets, which just like makes you want to reach for it. So this is heuchera or corbels, and these flowers are really fun in bouquets. So I am going to cut these ones because it's going to tie our colors together, hopefully. This is lady's mantle, and these flowers are just absolutely fantastic in bouquets. So they add kind of an air greenery type feel, but they are just, ooh, I just really like them. And I used to not even like lady's mantle, and I saw a really mature one at the, what was it, the zoo in Manitowoc, and I just fell in love with it. So now we have quite a bit of it. But the flowers, for cut flowers, I mean, what's not to love there? This is, I think, Stella d'Oro daylily. And usually I wouldn't want to use a daylily in a cut flower arrangement because they literally only last for one day. But these have multiple blooms on them that will bloom a few times. Oops, and then I just broke that one off. So this one will be for today, and this bouquet is for today. So that's what I am cutting. This one, you can see it's cracked here, and that will actually open tomorrow. So the recipient will have to deadhead this, which isn't ideal, but this is the only even semi-focal flower that I have going right now. My Asiatic or Oriental lilies, or a mix or hybrid of the two, are all going to be blooming next. You can see they're all budded up. The deer have found them though, so I'm hoping that they don't eat all of them, but we'll see. I might have to move these into a fenced-in area in the future. Next, we're heading into the cut flower garden, which you can see is growing well, but not much is in bloom yet. This is winged everlasting, and it's almost a mix between a straw flower and status. So it has the papery petals on it, and it lasts forever. So I really want to do a deep cut on this one. They are a blooming variety. So I'm just trying to decide here. I think we'll go, I kind of want to go way down here. So I'm going to get multiple cuts from this one. It is really tangled in here. But these just like last forever in the vase. And they are almost an air / disc type flower for your bouquet. I just really like them. I'm realizing I have a lot more blooming than I thought I did. So this one is saponaria, and it's under the netting because it's with the snapdragons. And I have twice stabbed stink bugs that absolutely destroy my snapdragons. So these are gleefully protected right now. This is my first year growing saponaria. These ones I direct sowed early, and they are doing a lot better than the ones that I started inside. So I'll be doing that in the future. All right. So these are just really pretty. Kind of, again, a mix almost between disc and air, probably more on the side of an air element for your bouquet, which we have quite a few for this bouquet. Probably won't be using all of them. But we can make some more for the stand too. And these are my snapdragons that are ready. These are Madame Butterfly Salmon. So they're an open style snapdragon. They're really pretty. I really like them. And apparently they are earlier than the Potomac variety that I grow. So these are all grown 2 per hole, which does make them a little bit smaller, but that's okay. And these are a spike flower. And you see how open they are? I really like them. These little beauties are agrostemma. I've never grown them before. They're very pretty and fun. So I'm usually looking for these to like not quite be unfurled yet. Once they open, they do get damaged pretty quickly by bugs and probably environmental factors as well. So I'm just going to deadhead some of these while I'm at it here. And they last a good time in the vase, but they do fade really fast on the plant, which I find really interesting. Ooh, I found a good one that I'm looking for here. I'll show you guys this one. This is really the stage that I would want them at. Right there. So it's just starting to unfurl. And these are cerinthe, or cerinthe. I've never grown them before either, but they are really fun. They do melt in the heat, so you gotta be careful with that, but they do recover pretty well too. So they have these like fun flowers in them, but they're also a green. So this is what I have cut, and we are gonna go make our bouquet now. So I did let the flowers condition inside for about an hour. I would like to do a little bit longer, but I don't have that much time. I will keep these inside where it's nice and cool. It is kind of humid out today. So just a note on conditioning. You can even do it overnight. That's totally fine. So I'm going to wrap my jar next, and this is just literally a pickle jar. So we're going to first stamp this. All right, so I got my pickle jar there, and then I have this like waterproof fancy paper. It's really expensive though, so I don't know if I'll continue doing this, but I really like the way it works. And this is for a special birthday, so it's worth using it. Okay. So we're just gonna like that. And then I'm just gonna fold this up and then tuck this back. Tuck back, and I just realized I forgot the tie. So I'll show you how I fold it, and then it will be tied the next thing you see here. So just like that, and then we're gonna put a tie around it. All right, we have our wrapped jar here, and it is filled with water. So what I'm gonna do is start with the greenery, which is all in the back of our guy here. So I'm just going to put these all in here first, and then I'm going to trim them down. These wrapped vases are short, so I end up cutting a lot of stem length off of them. Okay, which we definitely need to do for this one. Oh, and that one broke. I had issues with that when I was cutting them too today. I haven't had that before. So this one can go right in front then. And we're kind of going to do like a tiered look for this so that it's taller in the back so you can see all the flowers better. Some of those shorties up here. Okay. That looks pretty good. So I might change that a little bit. I'm also kind of trying to make a V shape with them in the base because that's going to be a good building block for the rest of my flowers here. So next we are going to add some feverfew, which is just my favorite. Oh gosh, it just looks so good. Oh, I need to plant a lot more of that. I think I'm going to start some inside and plant it for fall because just so obsessed with it. Okay, so I want to try to get a little bit of the greenery in here kind of to break that up a little bit so it doesn't look like a solid mass. All right, we'll see how we like that in a little bit here. So I am going to add one or two of these guys, the lady's mantle. And usually you want to add things in threes, but I've been trialing adding in twos, and I kind of like it sometimes, especially for these things that are like more an organic shape. And I'm going to try the fennel here and see if I like that as well. That's just on the very edge for that sparkle. Just kind of adds some interest along the edge there. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay. And then let's see, what should I do next? Let's do our line flowers or our spikes, which are the snapdragons here. I cut 4 of them. We'll see how many I use. These are really tall. I like to put one kind of in the back as the anchor here. Also got to be careful that you actually get it in the vase and along down the side. You should also be checking your flowers for bugs at this point because sometimes they sneak in there. Okay, I think I'm going to cut that one just a little bit shorter. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's already super pretty just like that. Love it. All right, so then we got some of these daylilies. So let's see, cut that a little bit. And I'm just holding it down next to the vase to see how I want to cut this. So we're all kind of going out the back a little bit here. Oh, that one's got some damage to it, so I'm going to take it off. Right. So then this one, go just in these guys over here. And this one can go down in front here. I might have to cut that a little more. Yep. There, really looking good. So one issue I notice I've been having is like when I arrange it, I'm up above it and it looks really good here. But then you look in the front and it's like, oops, it's just all greenery. So I'm going to have to work on figuring out a little bit better method for that. And maybe I just need a little bit of a taller table here too. Oh yeah, I do also have the yarrow. Yeah, that will match in really good there. Put one of those in front here. Oh yeah, the saponaria. That will match really well in there as well. That is a big stem of it. I like it. Okay, I need to cut that shorter. Should have checked that first. And I just want to kind of nestle this down in here, and then I'm going to pull some of these branches around so it looks like it's not just a cluster of them. There, that worked okay. Actually, I kind of want that in front. Let's see if we can get it in front more. Well, goodness. Okay, there we go. Get everyone nestled back in there. Okay, so if I get this, whoops. Yeah, I like that better. Right, bring our snap back in here. And it's never too late to change your mind about where you put something. And flowers also really move a lot once they've been hydrated. So always check your designs again too after a little while. Cut that one a little shorter too. Oh my gosh, this one. Okay, we're looking really good here. I don't want to add too much. That's definitely something I struggle with. So let's see. I think we're good on like air and little things. Would just be if we want some cerinthe in here. Oh yes, I think we do. Okay, so these are a little bit melted, but they will come back. So I'm going to stuff them in there pretty good so they don't have anywhere to move. And we'll put one in front here too. There. Okay, that is looking really good. I like it. Okay. Thank you for joining me in my garden today. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this beautiful bouquet for my friend's mom's birthday party. I hope beautiful things are growing in your yard as well, and you are enjoying all of the blooms. Take care.